Hey guys, welcome to Raja Makes Money. How are all my money makers doing today? And hey, again, 3 days in a row. Chicken, winner, winner. We got the chicken out. So let's talk about it. What a day again today. The NASDAQ is just on fire. As predicted, Apple and Facebook. I told you guys these things were going to go to the all-time new highs. The only downfall to them going to all-time new highs this fast is earnings start until next Wednesday. I was hoping for some buying opportunities, which I've been buying some, but I'm not getting the same opportunities. And I definitely don't want to. I don't want to be buying these after. I don't want to be buying these at all-time highs. I was hoping, maybe there's room to move. I hate it when a stock just moves all the way up, immediately before everything. But hey, you know what? As long as it keeps going up, we'll play safe. I'll show you what I'm playing. There's some really good volatility in some of them for next week, but there's just a lot of opportunity to still make money and stuff in them. So welcome everyone, and also welcome everyone who's been doing my Webull challenge and signing up. If you haven't signed up yet, I just shared a link for you, and you can only start with $100. So to follow that link, set up an account on Webull. Even if you don't want to do the challenge, you can set up an account on Webull. Don't put any money in there or do anything. But if you want to be in the $100 Webull challenge for the month of February, I'll be giving out more directions on that next week. You'll just need to have your account set up, $100 in there. And we're going to see who is the greatest trader in the world in the group watching and can get that thing up. But hey, let's talk about what we did today. So today, we up $53,000. So for the week, I think that puts us up $225,000. The account's at an all-time new high. And you know what I was actually noticing today with the account at 5.5 million? Do you guys realize that, remember that second day when we were down over 400,000? When we were down over $400,000, like 430, I don't know, whatever it was. But we're up from January 3rd to today. We actually are up we've moved $1 million up. Profit wise, we're up 5.5 million, or $536,000. So over 10% in the first 3 weeks. But it's been moving. So, but let's talk about what we did today. So a couple of things. Jaguar, we didn't do anything. Jaguar was really high this morning on some real positive news, and then Cuomo came out with some news about it, and Jeff Schwartz filled me in on it, and I see him in the chat. But basically what happened is, I can't think of the guy's name. There's a huge case about a guy who bought a company. He was a big con man. It was on CNBC. Bought a company and just kept raising the price of his drugs. But he raised the price of his drugs like 5,000%. Well, they're being accused by this, them and 5 other drug makers are being accused of raising the price on drugs because they can treat COVID. And they're being accused of raising the price by like 230%. I think that's something it's noise. It's years away. It's not going to affect anything. They have the right to raise the price. They didn't raise it. They're gouging people 10,000%, some crazy amount. Obviously it's some greed, but you know what? It is making money, and companies are entitled to do that. There, John says, Martin Sirkelly, I can't pronounce the last one, but definitely that's what they're doing, and they're being investigated. It's, like I said, it's a long process, and honestly, if this is what the state of New York has time for right now, with everything else and crises and problems, they got too much time on their hands. I can't even imagine how much revenue and they even spent buying a drug from them yet. But it is what it is, and that's what it is. ZOM today basically flat, did nothing. A lot of volume, just went back and forth. Who knows? Market makers, traders, manipulators, who knows? CTYX today, down a little bit. Very minor. I almost bought some more today, but this one's going to move. And with 300,000 shares, every 1/10 of a penny, this thing moves. That's $300. So this thing goes, 1 penny up. It's $3,000. NAC today, down a little bit. Up today a little bit. We're still down overall. And this is where we are in these stocks. Castor Maritime today became profitable for us. We're up $549. So hopefully I'll see a little bit more of a pop in there, and then I'll probably just sell it. I don't have any huge high hopes for that one. OZOP Energy Solutions. I like that one. That one today started moving finally. So this is the one I bought. Went down a little bit. I bought an extra 50,000 shares to average my cost down, and now I have a profit in it. And same thing. If this one moves a penny, I got $1,500. So today, a 25% move to the upside on that one. So that was really good. Same with Maritime. They both had 25% moves. So these could be getting set, for takeoff. Got into this one today, OP Tech International. I've been watching that one, and it keeps creeping up. So already a little profit. Got in. I tried. It actually dipped a little bit, and you'll see in our orders today. So it dipped a little bit. I tried to get 20,000 more shares. Never got filled. I'm in the green. I'm happy. If it dips tomorrow back to 13 cents or something, I may try and get more. But I think this one could, start going up, a couple of cents a day. So it's looking good. Ambio. I got out of. We made about $500 in a 2-day trade. Nothing wrong with it. I may come back into it, but I've been watching it. It trades in this $1.40, $1.60 range. So we see it dip back down to $1.45 again. We'll jump in. Made $500. I'm happy. 480, 400, or 400, maybe like 420. What do you know? I made 420 on it, but got out of it. Clovis, we got out of yesterday, and I think it was good timing. We got out much higher. It was down another 17 cents today. Who knows what it's doing? Apple, this is where it gets interesting. This is where the real money is, for us, obviously. So the 125 contracts for this week, I had 800 of those. I closed those out at 4 cents today because there's really not much value left. And then I said, where are we going to make the most money? Because obviously we closed those out for $3,000. And I said, where are we going to make the most money? So close those out. I wrote these 122s yesterday for a little money. Those are already up $8,900. So then I wrote 200 contracts of the 125s. And now those are up already $3,700 today. I think both of those with earnings, I think Apple's going to be well above 125. Like I said, I was hoping Apple would have stayed a little bit down. Honestly, if Apple came down 5 points tomorrow, I'd be very happy. I don't think it is. I think it's already up again after hours. You can see here. Apple is actually, it was up a little higher. It's up about 20 cents after hours, 30 cents. It was up about 50 cents. Intel had some really good earnings. But and then NEO, God. So today, when I was down a little bit because NEO was actually down like $1.10, $1.20 or something, and then it came all the way up. Tesla came up. And I don't want to get stung by NEO again. Look at this. We got all our money back that we lost on that first time around. Plus, we made money on NEO by doing like I told you guys. You just roll it out, and we came down, remember, 3 points, and we rolled it out and played it safe, and we got some money. The good news is NEO is $3.30 away from the strike again. If NEO starts to come down at all tomorrow, I am going to get the heck out of these early. I'm not going to wait to show you guys live. I'm going to get the heck out of there early and make our money on this. I probably will not play NEO for next week. And the reasons I don't want to play NEO for next week is if Tesla misses on earnings, NEO could go down 25%. If Tesla blows it out of the market, NEO could be up 25%. Who knows? These things just move. So you got to be very, very careful with them and just how you play them. Also, with it being earnings next week, one interesting thing in the way to play earnings is after the earnings come out, you'll notice a pattern. If it goes up or down, then it usually bounces around there. So, for example, yesterday Netflix was up over $90, and then today at the end of the day, it came down some. So, let's say, for example, Apple has a blowout earnings. It may go up 10 points, or $5, $10. Then what I will do is I'll buy to close all my contracts and then move it up. So let's say we had 130s next week. Apple is at 140 on earnings announced on close of Wednesday. They announce earnings. Apple opens up Thursday at 150. Then I'll take those 130s and I'll move up to 143, 142. It's hard to say the exact number, but I'm just trying to give you guys an idea of where I'll be moving to. And you can make a lot of money. This is kind of like what we do on Fridays, and stuff. So if depending on where it is, but I'm going to give myself a little leeway. But early in the morning on Thursday next week, there'll still be a lot of premium volatility time left. So if Apple runs, the price of the call or puts and calls will all adjust heavily, but there'll still be more volatility and premium in them in the morning than it will be by the end of the day. Plus, sometimes stuff goes up, and then it keeps going up. It goes up, it comes down. But like I said, I'm going to give ourselves some leeway. But the market's going to show us, what it's doing and where it's going. So we'll also, we'll know that. Also, big welcome to all our Patreon members, over 60 of you guys now. And exciting news, we just launched the Raja Makes Money Patreon Facebook group. So follow the directions. I put a message in the Patreon page for you guys. So all my trades in real time will still be on Patreon for you guys during the day. But a lot of you, I did a survey, and a lot of you guys were interested in having a private Facebook group so you guys could discuss stocks. And this is going to be nice because it's going to be our private group. It's not going to have 18,000 people who are just all slamming you, buy this, sell this, do this. It's going to be just the people who are in our Patreon group. Great group of people, sophisticated investors, and some newbies, which is good. So we can help educate people. But if you do make any posts in there, please, and I put a little message in there, please say why you like that stock. Don't just be like, buy Jaguar, love Jeff S. No, to say buy Jaguar, it has a SPAC play. They've been on a road show. It's doing good. They're being sued by the New York AG possibly. Give details, give information so people can make educated decisions and know why you like it so much. Also today, so after I did those positions today, then I said, when am I going to make the money? And this one, can move. And I was watching, it wasn't moving a lot today. Tesla, I knew you guys would like that. So everybody, the Tesla one. So I said, where's the most money? So I did the 810, so 35 points away. It's at 845 right now, down a couple of bucks after hours. And it was actually interesting. When I sold these, at one point, I was actually down a couple of grand on them. And then it even with Tesla down today, these still made me money because that premium keeps evaporating. And this is what we did. Remember last Friday? So I was going to wait till Friday. And I said, you know what? I got out of those Apple contracts, so I had this free cash sitting in the account. I still have a lot of cash sitting in there to put to work. I said, where am I going to make the most money? It's a little riskier, and then I kind of looked at, I was like, oh, the 790, but the 790 on Tesla was like, when I was looking at this, was like $1.10. I was like, oh, that's 10 grand. That ain't going to make as much. So I said, you know what? 810, it's 35 points away from the money. I don't think Tesla's going to drop 5 points in the next 2 days. Seems pretty steady. So we went ahead and did that. So looks good and stuff. Real quick, since somebody keeps talking, I've seen a few people about Ford. Did you not see the earnings on Ford? It went down after hours. They didn't come out very well where they were hoping. So Ford's already ran up to almost all-time highs of the $12 range. After hours today, guys, Ford, which has one of the cool one-letter stock symbols. After hours, it's down. They missed on earnings. So, who knows? But a lot of the companies, so it's very interesting. A lot of the companies that missed on earnings today got beat up 4 or 5%. So, and this is what I was saying for next week. If we miss on something, it's going to go down. Crazy Carl says, what's going on with IBM? Same thing, Crazy Carl. IBM missed on earnings. They made money, but they're a dying business. They have nothing new and innovative. They aren't spending enough money on acquisition and doing stuff. Yes, they still make money. They'll still make money for 20 more years. But if you don't change your business and you don't update it and come up with new products, imagine if Apple was still selling, the iPhone, 1 and 2 version. They're on iPhone 12 or equivalent of 14 or whatever it is because of the X and the Z's and whatever. But you have to keep changing. If you just, and that's what I had to do. And that's why online, with my stuff from being online, I said every 2 to 3 years online, I had to keep reinventing myself. First it was email, then first it was I was selling products and diet pills, health and beauty, and first in 2000 it was pagers, if you believe it. Now, how many pagers do you think I'd be selling today if I stuck to the pager business? So it's pagers. Then I got into the health and beauty, selling diet pills and skin creams and all sorts of stuff. Then it was, email marketing. Then it was ringtones. How many ringtones do you think I would sell today? None. But Can you believe this? In 2007, I did $108 million in ringtones. I was actually telling my son the story. So when I made the Inc. 500 for fastest growing businesses in the country that year, and that was actually like the release, it was 2007 or 8, the release of the first iPhone. So they gave everyone, I was telling them, I said, they gave everyone an iPhone. I said, I didn't know what to do with it. I had a BlackBerry at the time, or a Palm, this big device, it was horrible to use, slow as could be. I told them, they gave us this iPhone. I sold it for like $300. I was so excited. I'm like, oh, I got $300 for this. And then I wound up buying one 6 months later. He said, well, Dad, why did they give everyone an iPhone at that event? I said, Michael, think about it. You had the 500 fastest growing businesses in the world. You just gave every CEO an iPhone. It's genius marketing. What better way to get your product? Kind of like what all these companies do nowadays. When you walk, you see all these stars at the red carpets and walking, doing all that stuff. What do? They give all those people, gift bags, and that's how they promote their products. Now, obviously, it's a little different nowadays, giving somebody, all these girls, at these, places, $50 worth of makeup, and they go, oh, look what I got. And they put it on social media. And you got to remember, Instagram and Snapchat and TikTok, that didn't exist in 2007. Honestly, I don't even know if Facebook barely existed back then. So you didn't have that kind of social media, but the whole idea was everybody got that and they said, hey, I got this device. This thing's incredible. And, smart, genius move. So back to what we did. So that's what we did today. Another great day in the market. So we're up $225,000 for the week. These are the trades today. Got out of the MBO, made a nice little profit, I think $420 actually. So out of there. This one here we got into today, right under 14 cents a share. Like I said, I tried to buy some more when it dipped. I wish I would have just paid like 12, 8, 13 cents because it would be up another penny by now. But I didn't. It's okay. I don't want to go crazy on some of these. They're long shots. You don't know. But like I said, it goes up 10 cents. We make $2,000. It's 14 cents. If it goes down, I don't think it's going to go down 10 cents, but it has more potential to go up 10 cents than down. So it's pretty good. These were the Apple, the 800 contracts, bottom back at 4 cents, as you can see here. So $3,200. So I took that 3,200 and I basically sold these other option contracts. So I took that $3,200, freed up all that money in my account, and basically put it to work to make about another $40,000 on these other contracts. So I did the 200 contracts of, so this one I was trying to get filled, 500 contracts, never got filled. So that's why I got disappointed. So then I just did the 200 down at 83 cents. And it moved fast when Apple just started skyrocketing. So I got filled on these 200 contracts. So got that in play. Those are already up a nice profit. But this is when I said, let's take that money and we'll do Tesla. So we did the 100 contracts. And the problem with Tesla too, and some of these, and you guys, somebody said to me, oh, you're a very sloppy trader, Raja. And I said, what do you mean sloppy? You overpay for stuff, or you should wait for that penny or nickel. When you're buying hundreds of contracts, and you have thousands of contracts in play, the market moves, and you've seen like some of this, even like where the Apple, where 10 cents, it's down 10, it's a penny. I gotta hit it fast. I'm not worried about it. I'm making hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm not micromanaging of $5,000 in sloppiness. If you're doing like the penny stocks and stuff like that and the dollar stocks, that's where you have to micromanage those nickels, because those nickels will add up to a lot of money. But when you're doing thousands, think about this. If I have 1,000 contracts out, that's 100,000 shares of stock. I'm making, let's say it's $1 a contract. I have $100,000 in play. Yeah, I want to make every dollar I can, but if I'm trying to be cheap about a penny or a nickel and it gets away from me, and just like you saw there, also was 95 cents, 85 cents. I got in at 83 cents. That I would have been better off just saying, give them to me at 90 cents. It was at 95. If I would have put it in at 90, it was at 95 cents. By the time I got my order in, it was like 92 by 94. If I would have just said, give it to me at 93 or something, I would have got some probably at 94, 93, 92. And it has enough volume, I would have got completely filled. Instead, me trying to save a couple of pennies actually cost me money. On the 200 contracts, it cost me 12 cents. It cost me $2,400. So I wouldn't call it sloppiness. Sometimes I just want to get it done. If I believe in something that's going to move, get it done. Make money. That's what you guys are all here for. Raja makes money. You guys are the money makers. Let's make money. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you click on that subscribe button. Click that gray bell on YouTube so you get our notifications. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure you follow me and click on that little thumb up button so you get notifications when we go live. Also, right here, guys, I just put out the link for the Webull Challenge. This is just for fun. See who the best trader is in the universe watching me. Because it's not going to be me. I'm going to be honest with you guys. You guys with $100 have a much better shot to double, triple, 5x that in 30 days than I do with $5 million, unless I do something so risky. You guys are going to outperform me on that. But it's, like I said, anybody use the link, sign up for a Webull account. If you just want the level 2 quotes, you don't want to fund it, don't have to. This is for fun. If you do want to be in the competition, you have to have a $100 deposit. No more than $100. You can't deposit during the month. This is just for fun. $100. Who's the best trader? I want to know. I need tips. I need help sometimes. If you guys have hot tips or you know different stuff, I'm all ears. So I want to see who's really got it going on. Somebody asked earlier, what if you have more than $100? For this contest, it's just $100. If you already have a Webull account, you either need to set up a new one or remove all your money down to $100. Or if you already have an account with $1 million, $101 in it, you're disqualified. You'll have to wait for another contest when we say, you know what, now we'll do a percentage contest. But I'm telling you guys, the money it's much easier to take $100 and make $200, to take $1,000 and make $2,000, to take $10,000 and make $20,000. It's a lot harder. The law of large numbers really goes against you when you have $5 million in play and stuff. So you have to be very, very, it's very hard and risky and tricky. So just explaining how all that works so you guys get it. But lots of stuff going on in the markets. Good news, bad news. Obviously the elections are over, but the transition yesterday went really well. Everybody seems happy with it. Some of the mandates already coming out, I'm not very happy with. One, killing the pipeline from, Canada, that just cost 15,000 jobs in America on day one. That's really helping. The border wall, this isn't about Democrats, Republicans. This is about our safety, America's safety. Why have any more, why have borders then? If everybody can just walk across at different parts of the border and it doesn't matter, then why have a border? Right? The border wall is for safety, and it's especially for think about it, you guys make a lot of money, you pay more taxes, right? Why do we want to pay for healthcare for all these people who aren't from our country, who are just coming over to take advantage of our benefits? Obviously, you don't see anybody in America trying to get into Mexico, or get into Guatemala or, Pakistan or Turkey. It's for safety. And yes, 9 out of 10 of them are great people, best people you've ever met, mothers, fathers, children, harmless, right? But there are some bad people coming across those borders. And that's why we have passport control. So if you guys think we don't need any passport control, then the airports should all be a free for all, right? Because why can I go across the border here, bring drugs, do whatever, and we don't need a wall, we don't need protection to protect America? But God forbid, who stood in line at the airport for a freaking hour when they come back on an international flight, waiting for some guy to scan your passport? He goes, where did you go? What did you do? Who did you see? What hotel did you stay at? Do you have $10,000 or more in cash on you? Did you buy poultry, chicken, or fish, or a banana? Or, it's ridiculous. So, and you know what the other thing is? We need jobs. That border, who cares? The government's spending billions of dollars. It's jobs. People are working. Think about all the companies now who are building stuff and working. So great. Day one, 15,000 jobs lost in Canada, 10,000 jobs lost on the border. I guess everybody, he wants to just keep, and he wants to raise minimum wage for businesses and stuff. And I understand if you're in, pre-COVID, I don't know what's going to be like now, but if you're in New York, New York, you can't live on $15 an hour. I get it. Or $12 an hour. Minimum wage in individual cities needs to be what they need to be. But if you're in North Dakota, $12 an hour, maybe $8 more an hour than you need, because the cost, to rent a 2-bedroom in North Dakota is $700 a month. To rent a 2-bedroom in Manhattan, is $5,000 a month. So there's different economies. A restaurant operator in New York has to pay more and he can afford it. A restaurant operator in North Dakota, he can't survive. So there's going to be some interesting things, and that's going to definitely play into all the markets and all the stuff coming up. But you know what? The stimulus money is great. It just keeps coming into the marketplace. Everything will go up. So that's my stuff on that. Let's take a look, guys, at futures. Looks like futures are flat going into tomorrow. Look to end the record as markets look to end record-setting week. So yeah, it's been a great week. Stocks are all up. Hershey sees business opportunity in family movie nights. It's a very interesting one. After hours, Jaguar is up, which is a good sign. It was up pre-market today. It was up almost like 384 or something, but unfortunately, we couldn't get out of there. Thank you, Biden and Janet Yellen, for tanking Bitcoin for everyone. They took out $100 billion in value overnight. We started with 50,000. We're now down $10,500. Bitcoin at 31,000 has been a little lower, touching in the 30,000s. You know, Janet Yellen doesn't like it. So this is going to be interesting. So all you big Bitcoin enthusiasts, all you people who have a lot of Bitcoin and made money on Bitcoin, pray that it changes, because I mean this thing could be a dollar again. You know, if America says this is, you know, fairy dust, this thing could be $1 of fairy dust. I don't think that will happen. I think it's going to sustain some value. But like I said, I don't care, because I'm going to show you guys when something's so high risk or so out of whack, I'm going to show you guys how to buy it. We just take a set amount of money for 12 months and we're going to buy it. Honestly, if Bitcoin went to $5,000 again and I could buy 10 shares of it or 10 Bitcoins at $50,000, that would be the best case scenario. And then hope in the next 8 months, 9 months, you know, at the end of the year, it's back to this $100,000 magical number. But that's how you have to do it. So, but that's what I got for you guys. Let's take some questions. What do you guys have today? Chaos says, man, everyone is making money right now. We're all trying, and you guys all better be making money. That's what this is all about. So, Carol in Tampa says, yep, I stayed away from Bitcoin this past year. Well, like I said, 6 months ago, if you got into it, you did great. Hurry up and sell it all. If you haven't got into it yet, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting and stuff. Jeff Schwartz says, I try to wake Raj up this AM. I'm up every day at like 5 o'clock, 5:30. Unfortunately, Charles Schwab and where most of my stock is for Jaguar, they don't trade before 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that is one thing. Webull has that pre-market. I'm surprised they don't just go 24 hours a day, you know, pretty soon. You know, options couldn't really trade 24 hours a day because there's too much movement in jobs. But I mean, I think you'll see 24-hour day markets. But it's interesting how stuff just fluctuates, supply and demands, and different stuff. So different things. Blue acquisitions, Bitcoin affecting blockchain too. Lost my shirt today. Sorry to hear. Hopefully it comes back. Also, guys, another thing, like I've said for a long time, be diversified. You know, if you have $1,000, maybe it's $200 in cash, leave it in the bank. $200, $300 in the stock market. $100 in Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies, you know, $100 in something else, you know, with a yield or dividend stocks. But be diversified. Don't take all your money and just pick one thing to do with it. I'm well diversified. Obviously, my focus and where my big money is in trading options is Apple, but I'm also well diversified in my portfolio. So besides this account, I have other accounts, I have other investments, I have real estate, I have domains which are like real estate, I have businesses, restaurants, nightclubs, you know, all sorts of businesses that you can imagine in my portfolio. So always stay well diversified and stuff. So Penny says, the Bitcoin mining companies took a big hit today. Now I am not willing to get back into the stock. Riot did me well this past month. So yeah, I know a lot of these guys, it's gonna be crazy, you know, what's going on. Hey Raj, I've been doing well. I made 110K on Tuesday. Yesterday, 24K and 41K today. Awesome, Shane. Congratulations. And hopefully if you're one of our Patreon members, now that we got the new Facebook Patreon, private Patreon group for all our Patreon members, share some of your tips and stock trades and stuff. Like I've said, guys, playing slots, the Raja is the greatest slot player in the world, maybe the universe, if they have gambling in the space. I don't know. But in the stock market, guys, I don't always know all the answers and all the information. I just know how to make a lot of money playing Apple and playing options and having a strategy that works and works for me. Like I've always said, it's not sexy. It's not that exciting, but it makes so much money. And that's what it's all about. So that's what I like to say about that. What else you guys got? Chaos, $2 super chat. Do you agree with not keeping money in banks? So obviously, if you don't have a lot of money, it doesn't mean you don't have a lot there. But if you have a lot of money, or let's say you have a substantial amount of wealth, you should always have money in the banks. I can tell you right now, your money in Chase Bank, Key Bank, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, these banks are not going to collapse. These banks are always going to be there. You should always have cash. I can tell you, if the whole world collapses, or and everything, and economies crash, your American cash is always going to be king in the future. So always have cash. Plus, the other thing is there's opportunities. I'm looking at some buildings right now. I think prices are going to get even better in the future from evictions and different things. But I have a lot of cash on hand. So when I see stuff and opportunities, I'm looking at a new restaurant, bar with a patio, and I'm a couple $1 million, and I have that cash on hand, and this thing would have been $5 million a year ago. Now I can buy it. It's a great discount. This thing could be one of my best performers 10 years from now. So you always want to look at stuff like that, and pick. Lady Dice Slot says, Scott, what do you think about Home Depot? So I love Home Depot. I think it's a great stock. I think Home Depot, Lowe's, they're going to be great stocks. People are always going to be doing remodeling, and it's going to keep going up and stuff. So they're going to be strong stocks. I don't know. I haven't looked at Home Depot in a long time, but my dad was a huge buyer of Home Depot back in the day. He loved it. He was like, that was one of his biggest picks ever. So definitely Home Depot, I think, is a great stock. All those stocks, those things aren't going anywhere. Go to a Home Depot. The whole store is stocked full of stuff, because if you're doing remodeling, you're doing projects, something breaks at your house, you need that stuff now. Nowadays, if you need clothes, you guys probably notice I wear black polo shirts a lot, right? Extra large, I don't know, $19.99. I can just go online. Every month or 2 months or whenever I need a new shirt, I just wait it out. They'll send me a 30-40% coupon. I go online, give me 3 black polo shirts. Here's my coupon, 40% off. $27. 3 shirts are on the way to my house, free shipping. And I don't have to go to the store. I don't have to do anything. Think about Amazon. Why do you guys like Amazon so much? Because they just bring it to you within, a day or two. It's the same thing. But like your repairs and stuff like that in Home Depot, it's a lot harder. Amazon can't bring you, 18 sheets of drywall. So I think retail-wise, Home Depots, Lowe's, and those kind of home improvement stores are going to do well for a long time to come, until somebody figures out a different system. So, Carol, as we were saying, Janet Yellen hates Bitcoin. And so it's going to be interesting. Bernard says Bitcoin is going down because people are cashing out profits. Some people are cashing out profits, but it's going down because she doesn't like it. And I can tell you right now, if the U.S. decided to ban Bitcoin like some other countries have, it's going to be a problem. I don't think they're going to ban it, but you need regulation. I've said this so many times to you guys about Bitcoin. This is fantasy dust. Imagine right now, I have a big jackpot slot app. I don't know, some of you guys have probably played it. Well, if you haven't, go to your iOS or Android store and download it. I have Raja Bucks. Raja Bucks are worth what somebody wants to pay for them. Obviously, they're our in-app currency, and like King Games have, all these games have coins, right? So I could charge you a penny for a Raja Buck, a dime, $1. I could say Raja Bucks are $1 million, but all the items in my store you can buy at fractions of Raja Bucks, just to make it confusing. Or I could say Raja Bucks are a penny, and all items in my store are 500 Raja Bucks, so then it's still $5. Or I could say Raja Bucks are 10 cents, and everything's 50 Raja Bucks. So it's just how you look at it. It's the same problem with Bitcoin. The difference is my Raja Bucks in my app are stable. When you buy Raja Bucks, if you buy $100 in Raja Bucks at 10 cents each, and you get 1,000 Raja Bucks, that what they're worth and how much my items cost. The problem with Bitcoin for a business, if we were using Bitcoin and I was running my business, and you came in my restaurant last night and ate dinner, and your tab was $200, and I go to the bank today to cash in the Bitcoin you just paid me, and I go to the bank right now to cash it in and pay my employees, and it's down 20%, I'm screwed. Now, on the flip side, if you came in and ate last night and your tab was $200 and Bitcoin was 31,000 right now, and tomorrow we wake up and it's 35,000, it's terrific. But you can't run a business like that. And that's the whole problem with Bitcoin. So Shane says 24 hours in office and they already killed Bitcoin and chopped 11,000 jobs, 4 more years to go. So, but we could have 1.9 trillion coming soon. So, and I think the markets are going to like it. I mean, markets like stability. So at least the good news is at least he's getting everything out of the way now. We know what to expect. Now we have 4 years of stability ahead. We're not going to have, random things. I am concerned with relationships with Russia, but that's not going to affect a lot of this stuff. A lot of our big money and technology companies, we're not selling a lot of big stuff into Russia. Also a lot of companies are just USA based. So it doesn't really matter what they're doing in other countries and different stuff. Also, guys, if you do get any messages from myself or the Big Jackpot or Raja Makes Money telling you to send me money, you won $5,000, please report those to Facebook, Instagram, or wherever you see those. Those are all they seem to all be from Indonesia for some reason, but they're just trying to scam people. So let's see. What other questions you guys got? Bitcoin isn't for everyone. It's for the world. It's not just about the USA. That's very true. It is for the world. But I can tell you, if the strongest economies in the world aren't behind it or don't believe in it, the value of it is not going to be much. Imagine if Bitcoin was only Indonesia, Malaysia, Turkey, Pakistan, Zimbabwe, the value of Bitcoin is not going to be that high. And that's great that those people all love it, but it's not going to have a lot of value. What do you think about Northrop Grumman, defense contractor? I think it's got great possibilities. I haven't watched it in a long time and stuff, but definitely has a lot of opportunity. Democrats like to spend money on defense bills, so definitely has a lot more opportunity and stuff. Defense contractors always do good with Democrats in office because they like to spend money on that stuff. So, Raja, why didn't you move up on the Apple options? So, a couple of things. I don't like when stuff just moves for 10 points in 2-3 days. I did move up. Well, I moved out for next week because that's where the premiums were. And the premiums in Apple are so pathetic right now for this week. I mean, the risk to reward, if Apple drops 3 points and you're going to write something for 10, if I was 3 points out of the money right now in Apple, it's 10 cents. I'll show you. Let me show you guys. Am I showing you? So if we came to our Apple today, and we look at, let's look at it. I'll just show you. Yeah, I looked at it. That's why I had to take a deep breath and I said, you know what, we'll do Tesla. But so Apple is at 136. So let's say 137. Okay. So let's say we were for tomorrow with 2 days left to go. Now, if Apple goes up tomorrow, it's a home run. It's great. But let's say we wanted to stay 2-3 points away, to protect ourselves. It's 35 cents. So even if I wrote 800 contracts, it would have been the $24,000, and and that's only giving me 2 points of safety. I just felt the play on Tesla with 8%, 7% leeway was a better play for the value than Apple. And even like I said, because of Apple, when anything that goes up for $4.84 a day can come down. So even if you played like the 134 to really have safety, it was 17 cents. So I just felt I can make more money off of my money doing the Tesla play tomorrow. Plus tomorrow, like I told you, last Friday, nothing worked out for us. This week, it's going to work out. Tomorrow, if Tesla's up 5-10 points, I'll take those 8. I'll take those 8.10s and we'll go 8.20. Maybe we'll go 8.30. Maybe we'll go 8.40. I don't know, depending on where it is. But we'll try and milk it for another 10-20,000 tomorrow if we can. I don't know. Depends how active I am. Sometimes I'm really all about it. I want to do lots of trades. Sometimes I really do. Sometimes there's something, and like I've told you guys, you can over trade. I have nice profits locked in, right? I mean, fingers crossed, NEO doesn't drop 7% tomorrow. It's like crazy again. But we have nice profits locked in. I'm up 225,000 for the week. If I don't do anything and everything just stays above, which we have a decent level of protection right now and just stays above, and Jeff Schwartz, Jaguar pick, does something, I can make another $25,000 to $50,000 tomorrow. It's a great week. $250,000, $300,000 to $300,000 for the week. It's an up week. And and we can enjoy the weekend. Last week we threw all our profits away making some moves or waiting too long. So and like I said, sometimes you just over trade. So sometimes while people want that excitement and action, sometimes, like I said, what I do with Apple, it's not sexy, it's not pretty, it's just basic and simple. I don't have any technicals. I don't have 12 computers running analysis for me on this. It's just simple. But like I said, it's just simple. So. All right. Fab says, Raja talks too much. The ladies will not like that in a dimmer. I have no clue what that means, but thank you for your input. And it's kind of hard to have a live show and not talk, but thank you so much for that input. We'll just do like this. Did you guys buy what I just told you to? Hey guys. I hope you guys have been enjoying the Raja Makes Money show. It's our third week is one day away from coming to an end, up over 10%. So that's terrific. Thank you. Nelly says the ladies love the Raja. Thank you guys. We've been growing. We got over 5,000 people now on Facebook already, 5,000 people on YouTube, which is pretty good in a 3-week period. Already you have 5,000 people on both platforms following us. But guys, another great trading day. Like I said, if you haven't followed me yet on Facebook, make sure you follow me and like it. Click that little thumb up button. And if you haven't subscribed to me on YouTube, or make sure you subscribe and so you can click that gray bell so you know when we go live. Big shout out to all our Patreon members. Don't forget about the We Bull Challenge. Also, Patreon members, the private Facebook page is now live for all you guys. So make sure you take advantage of it. Have a good time. It's going to be nice because it's just going to be, investors and peaceful and moderated. And you're not going to have all these crazy people in there trying to tell you to buy crazy stocks. So it should be educational and learning. And it's just another Patreon perk for you guys. But hey, guys, thank you so much. It'll be an exciting day tomorrow. Be on the lookout for lots of trades in the Patreon group as I make them tomorrow. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do yet. I've told you guys a few things, but and I don't know on Apple if Apple's up again tomorrow, I'm probably not going to do a lot into next week. I'd rather just sit on some cash. It's going to hurt us on Monday and Tuesday a little bit, but we can make a lot more money on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, based on earnings. So, we're going to play some stuff. We'll have some stuff in play, but I'm going to be a little cautious because if some bad news comes out or something spooks it, I don't want to write 800 contracts, 1,000 contracts or something. Apple's, 6-7 points away. We're in a good zone, and then Apple falls, 4 points on Wednesday, and now we're, down, 50% on our money or in the red, and then Apple comes out with good earnings. We're saved, but so like I said, sometimes you have to just play it smart. We got a little aggressive today with the Tesla trade. Hopefully that works out for us. So far, so good. Everything looks good. Like I said, I'm never going to complain when I make $50,000 in a day. If I could do that every day of my life, I would be a very happy Raja. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope everybody enjoyed today's show. Make sure you share it. Tell your friends about us so we can keep growing and get bigger and better. And hey, I will see all of you guys tomorrow afternoon for Raja.